Before I get to the news, I want to tell you about See Here. It's a new outlet for discovering the arts across Western North Carolina. Through video, podcasts, and written stories, I bring you inside local music, dance, theater, visual art, and contemporary literature. See Here just launched, and you can get in on the ground floor by subscribing to our newsletter for free. Just go to seeherewnc.com, and I'll see you at See Here. Wake up, Asheville. I'm Matt Peiken, and this is your local newscast for Tuesday, July 7th. Buncombe County has started buying properties damaged by Tropical Storm Helene through a FEMA-funded mitigation program. So far, 26 parcels have closed out of the 251 that have been approved, mostly in hard-hit Swannanoa. Homeowners are paid what their property was worth 2 days before the storm, and the land becomes permanent open space, ineligible for future federal disaster aid. FEMA says $200 million in Helene-related mitigation funds have been obligated statewide, with another $197 million approved for recovery projects. County officials expect the next round of buyout meetings this fall. Read more in the Citizen Times. Buncombe County Schools is under a federal Title IX investigation over its policy allowing transgender students to use bathrooms and locker rooms that match their gender identity. The U.S. Department of Education says a concerned parent reported that girls were being forced to share restrooms with, quote, biological men. The investigation could put federal funding at risk. The district says it follows the law and will cooperate. A Fourth Circuit court ruling protects transgender students' access under Title IX, but an attorney with Lambda Legal says the probe appears aimed at, quote, involuntary compliance. Read more in the Carolina Public Press. Asheville City Council has approved a $1 million grant application for stormwater improvements in West Asheville's Burton Street neighborhood. The project targets drainage problems near the end of Buffalo Street, an issue identified as far back as 2018. City officials say construction should have minimal impact on traffic in nearby homes. Stormwater Division Manager Derek Wainscott says the plan will reduce localized flooding and keep polluted runoff out of Smith Mill Creek by collecting and treating the water before it's discharged. Work would affect about 5 or 6 homes. Read more at 828 News Now. Asheville's Salvation Army Center of Hope shelter is facing possible closure because of a funding shortfall. Captain Philip Stokes says donations have, quote, dropped tremendously, and pandemic relief funds and a federal reentry housing program have ended. The 65-bed shelter needs $90,000 a month to operate, but local donations total about $300,000 a year. If it can't raise enough by the end of September, it may shut down for 6 to 8 months and possibly permanently. Residents like Jesse Chester call the news, quote, heartbreaking. You can read more in the Citizen Times. And after 21 years with the city, Asheville Planning and Urban Design Director Stephanie Monson-Dahl is retiring. During her tenure, she helped shape long-range plans for the Riverfront and Central Business District, and she was the public face of the city's policies around zoning and development. She and her team secured nearly $50 million in grant funding for improvements in the River Arts District and downtown. Dahl became director in 2023 and helped lead the department through organizational changes and the aftermath of Helene. Her last day is August 21st. Assistant Director Chris Collins will serve as interim director. Read more at the City of Asheville's news page. If you've made Wake Up Asheville part of your local news diet, I would really love it if you helped our show by doing 2 things. First, give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and please say a couple lovely things about the show. And second, please share Wake Up Asheville with friends and family. They'll love you for it. Till next time, I'm Matt Peiken. Thanks so much for waking up to Wake Up Asheville.